My name is Alan Beauchamp and I'm a retired firefighter. I played football for Valleys in the 70s. I was in the fire service for about 33 years and unfortunately at the end of my career I was diagnosed with a couple of cancers that have just disrupted my later years a bit. So it was a great job and I never joined the fire service to get cancer, but unfortunately that happened to me. It had a huge impact on my life and probably still does at the moment. I had the tumour in my bladder removed and also my prostate has been removed. Testing to this stage has been positive and hopefully that will continue. I made inquiries but at that stage it was sort of thought that you could not get compensation for these particular cancers, but finally quite a number of months after my operation I was contacted by Steve Bunny of Firefighters Cancer Foundation, and he convinced me to go through the process of trying to get compensation through WorkCover. There's been a number of firefighters that I personally knew and worked with that have died from the cancers that are on the presumptive legislation. Hopefully the presumptive legislation will come in and that will help the firefighters of the future. It won't help me. It won't help me because, well, for it to help me they'd have to backdate a number of years. So I'm still in the fight with WorkCover that Steve and I started quite a deal of time ago. I don't know for certain that I would be covered under the presumptive legislation if it was taken back prior to me finding out that I had cancer. So would that help me? I suppose it would. It's something that has taken a long time to be brought in Queensland. It's still not in Queensland. It's in a number of states in Australia. It's in a number of states in America and throughout the world. And I believe that it is something that should have been done a while ago to support the families and the men and women of the fire service that actually are unfortunate enough to suffer these sicknesses. I mean, it isn't just going out there and breaking an arm or hurting your leg. It's also these diseases that we catch in the course of our day-to-day duties. And it should be recognised that we can get this by being firefighters. If finally they will, the firefighters that do get ill in the course of doing their duties on a day-to-day basis will be compensated for those illnesses, and that's a huge benefit for the firefighters of today and the future. And it's justified. It is justified because of the toxic fumes that unintentionally are taken down into their systems. You know, they just can't be 100% protected with their breathing apparatus equipment and their PPE and so forth. Unfortunately, doing the job as a firefighter, those sort of equipment and personal protective equipment that the firefighters have, it just doesn't cover them 100% of being affected by those toxic fumes.